WPR-FM HD1 New York.
An iHeartRadio station.
This is your wake-up call.
Wake the fuck up. The Breakfast Club, the show you love to hate. From the East to the West Coast.
DJ Envy.
Angela Yee.
Charlamagne the God.
The realest show on the planet.
This is why I respect this show, because this is a voice to society.
Changing the game.
You guys are the coveted morning show, but y'all earn that.
Impacting the culture.
They wake up in the morning and they want to hear that Breakfast Club.
The world's most dangerous morning show.
Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Angela Yee, I don't think she's on yet. What up, Charlamagne?
Peace to the planet. It's Monday.
Yes, it's Monday.
That's right. Start of another work week. How does everybody feel out there? When I ask that question nowadays, I'm really asking because I want an honest answer. You know what I mean? Because none of us are the same. The way we were before the pandemic, right? So when I ask that question, how are you? I'm asking because I really, truly want to know how you feel mentally, emotionally, spiritually. How are you, DJ Envy?
I'm doing pretty good. You know what? I'm doing great right now. So right now I'm broadcasting from Cabo. Out in Mexico, and the reason being is my mother-in-law passed away a week ago, and I didn't want that to be what my wife thought of when she thought of our 20th anniversary. So we made these plans. We had to cancel a couple of them, and I begged her to come. She didn't want to come, but now that she's out here, I think it was actually better for her to grieve because she's by herself. There's no kids. There's no phone call. She can just really take it in and really, really think about it. And we go through everything and, the highs, the lows, the emotions. So it's been really, really great for her. And, and just a way to, step away for a couple of days, just away from the world. And, because we're not on our phones out here. We're just kind of just enjoying life. So it was pretty good. So we're out in Cabo.
So it sounds like a good little mental health retreat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Recharge. What about you? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I was in Orlando all weekend because my daughter is a competitive cheerleader, and they had a competitive cheerleading competition this weekend in Orlando, Florida. So I was down in Orlando. I'm a cheer dad.
Yeah, you're a cheer dad. So but what do you do during the downtime? Because if you're a parent and you have to take your kids to these events that travel, there's a lot of downtime.
What do you mean? I sleep. I lay in the bed. What are you talking about? I was on the couch. I was watching the NBA Hall of Fame ceremony. I was watching Z-Wee this weekend. What else was I doing? I mean, whenever we was in the crib, we was in the crib. I went to the Licking, though. They got a Licking in Orlando. Drop on the clues bombs for my man, E-Class.
What up, E-Class?
Salute to everybody that listens to us on 104.5 The Beat in Orlando. But yeah, I went to the Licking. That was about it. Other than that, yeah, I was walking around Disney World doing my cheer dad thing.
All right. What did you do? Did she win? Did they get first prize?
Yes, they placed one because she's on two different teams. One of her teams, I think, placed. They tied for second. That's what it was. They tied for second.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll drop a bomb for her, man. That's a lot of practice. That's a lot of dedication. So drop a bomb for her. What up, Yee? You back?
Yes, I'm here. My battery was dead.
Oh my goodness.
Good morning, Yee. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I spent this weekend just doing some work stuff. I have this coffee shop that I'm opening, so I was dealing with a lot of stuff with that, but it's exciting. And, I had a little photo shoot for Whole Foods because they're doing our coffee in stores in the New York City area.
Okay.
So that's it.
All right.
Well, let's get the show cracking. Chris Rock will be joining us this morning.
Chris Rock, he got the #1 movie in the country this weekend, I saw.
Viral.
That's right.
Yes, and y'all know I love a good horror movie, so that's part of the Saw series.
That's right. We kicked it with him on Friday, so we're not going to be able to talk about #1 movies, but we spoke to him Friday. And also, Coach Jesse's joining us, right?
Yes, Coach Jesse and Dr. Amun. And, I'm big on every now and then making sure you detox your body. A lot of people going on vacations, doing different things, and sometimes you need to just give your organs a break. So we'll talk about that. And the vaccine, because there's all these new CDC regulations.
All right, we'll get into front page news next, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club.
What's happening? Good morning.
Let's get in some front page news. Where we starting, Yee?
Well, today you got to do your taxes if you hadn't done them yet. Now, they had extended that tax deadline until May 17th. And there's some exceptions, though. If you're in Texas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana, because of the storms in February, the IRS did extend the federal tax deadline for those residents until June 15th. And if you got some stimulus payments, you do not have to pay taxes on that, just FYI.
So what's that mean? If you got PPP, you don't got to pay taxes on it?
No.
I didn't say PP. That's a loan.
What's the stimulus pay? Oh, the stimulus, the stimmies. Okay, the $1,400, $1,500 checks. Got you, right?
I meant to say stimmy. Yes, I know some people don't.
Now, so I wonder what PPP, did you have to pay taxes on that? I wonder, did they send, does the IRS send people who got PPP loans something?
Well, that would be for small businesses, right? And
but I'm sure,
they didn't extend that deadline.
Because you're supposed to be using that for employees in your businesses. So I'm sure if you have to pay your employees, they got to pay taxes on it. But I would talk to your accountant.
Yeah, so all you scammers out there who don't actually have businesses and created those fake LLCs, don't try to duck the IRS, okay? It's impossible. They coming.
And if you need to file for an extension, also make sure you do that as well. But remember, when you do file for that extension, you are going to still have to pay interest if you owe money on your taxes.
Correct.
All right, are you ready for the playoffs? As we're trying to figure out what two teams from each conference will be the numbers 7 and 8 seeds. And we'll find that out tomorrow. The Charlotte Hornets are going to be playing the Indiana Pacers, and the Wizards will be playing the Celtics. Also, the Spurs against the Grizzlies, and the Golden State Warriors versus the Lakers.
That's right. I'm not going to lie. LeBron was dead wrong when he said whoever created the play-in tournament should be fired. The play-in tournament, it gives the games, the last games towards the end of the season, it gives them a lot more meaning, because yesterday was a fun day in the NBA. Just to watch.
Yes. It's fun to think about who your top picks are.
And congratulations to the Knicks, too. Yeah, congratulations to the Knicks.
Oh, man. Drop on the clues bounce to the Knicks. Oh, man.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Oh, man.
What are they at, number 4?
Number 4 seed. Salute the World Wide West, and just salute to everything the Knicks organization has put together this year, because nobody expected them to win. What, they won 41 games, I think?
Yeah, something like that.
This year, 41 and 31, I think, was their final record, something like that. But yeah, nobody expected that this season. So salute to the Knicks.
Yeah, salute to the Knicks. All their hospitality has to change, but no, I'm being honest. Like I grew up on the Knicks. I love the Knicks, but their hospitality of inviting people and the way they make people feel has to change. I go to both Knicks games and Nets games, and just being in New York, the Nets arena and the Nets organization just treats you better. And I hope that changes with the Knicks. Hopefully.
Well, listen, hurt people. The Knicks have sucked for a long time, so maybe they was taking out a lot of that trauma, projecting that trauma on people they shouldn't have been projecting that trauma on. You know what I mean? But now that they're winning, maybe they'll be in better spirits over there.
You're right.
At MSG.
Absolutely right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. All right. Well, that is front page news. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up right now. Phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake up, wake up.
Wake your ass. This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, what's up? This is Mike, man.
Mike, what's happening, King?
Get it off your chest, Mike.
Hey, yes, sir. I just want to tell DJ Envy, man, sorry about your flat tire this weekend, man. I saw you, man, on the bridge.
Man, listen, man. Like I said, I tell y'all before, my dad never taught me how to change the tire, and for 20 minutes on that bridge. Now, mind you, I'm on my way to the airport, so I got to figure it out my own. I was tightening that nut pause for about 20 minutes until I realized I was going the wrong way.
You think he was on Viagra?
Oh my gosh!
I don't know what that nut was on.
I told you, Amber, you better learn how to. At least I know how to change a tire. My dad.
I figured it out. I had to figure it out fast, but my
Would
whole
you
outfit
Google it on
was dirty.
YouTube?
I mean, I know the concept of it. Like you know the concept.
Last thing I want to talk about, man, I want to try to challenge. I got an artist that I got, man. I want him to challenge one of them guys that be out here rapping. I know they got. I know Trav be getting tore up, so we might not want to challenge him.
Wow.
What is the guy that Trav?
No. You talking about I can't remember the dude's name. Damn, what's the dude that beat Trav? Nick G. But Trav won 1-2. Trav won against Sean Stone.
Yeah, he did.
So do what I do. So I did what I do. I want to. If Trav listens, Trav, we want to challenge you. Let us know if the talent can be accepted.
I think you should challenge the champion. Nick G's the champion right now.
But let's hear how he sounds. We gotta hold on. You can't just challenge someone we don't know what you sound like. I don't want to waste anyone's time. What's his What's his Instagram? I'm gonna go take a look. Let's see if he's worthy.
Young and Prodigy. He most definitely worthy. Young and Prodigy. YOUNG
BINGO.
Young and prodigy. Let's see how good he is.
All right, brother. Hello, who's this?
Good morning, Angela. How are you?
Oh my goodness.
Is this Snack Man?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I got a new joke for you.
Okay, so hold on. Snack Man is our resident comedian. We haven't heard from you in quite some time. Glad to hear
Your
you doing
resident
well.
comedian.
How's the family?
Very good. You ready? Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
Okay, we're ready. We're ready.
My goodness.
We all know there are side effects to the COVID vaccine.
Uh-oh.
Well, the research says that pregnant women who get vaccinated, when they give birth, the baby is born with a mask.
What's the
Yeah,
joke?
new joke, same old horrible delivery, same old no talent ass Snack
My
Man.
goodness.
Man, he always gets an E for effort, but boy,
No, he doesn't. He is trash.
other than that, that's that. No gold stars for this guy.
Does he ever perform?
Look up
Because
his-
I can't see people clapping for
There's
him.
some footage of him performing on YouTube.
Yeah, now see, I need to see that because one of my favorite things in the world is to see comedians bombing. I know with his delivery, he bombs badly on stage. I need to see
Let
it.
me see if I can find
Yeah,
it.
please send me that. I would love to see that.
My goodness. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
So you better have the same energy.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning. My name is Jay. I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Good morning,
Hey,
Jay
Jay.
from ATL.
Good morning. Get it off your chest.
I was calling this morning because I'm a brain aneurysm survivor. It happened to me back in June of 2012. And
Wow.
I had to have 3 brain surgeries and all of that. I got my stents and my coils going. Everything is fine for me. But when I called to talk to my healthcare provider and my neurosurgeon, they wouldn't talk to me because they hadn't seen me since 2017. So they told me to call the CDC. I called the CDC, and they didn't have any information for me. All they could tell me or give me was information about people who had a stroke. Now, I almost had a stroke, but that didn't happen. All I had was the aneurysm. So nobody can give me good information if it's safe for me to take it. So I don't know what to do.
Ooh,
Yeah,
if
I
you're
don't know
not
what to
sure.
tell you either because we're not doctors. But I do want it.
I get it that y'all not doctors. I was just hoping maybe since y'all have more contact, maybe I have more info, somebody that could lead me to get the real help that I need, because I don't want to take it and God forbid something happen to me.
You know, Coach Jessie, who's joining us, she had actually a brain aneurysm too.
Well, throw your information out there. Maybe somebody will contact you.
My information on not Facebook, but on Instagram is UR_Jiggerness, JIGGANESS.
And question,
That's on my Instagram. Yes.
were there any symptoms before you had a brain aneurysm? I know they say it's usually not, but did you feel any different? Headaches, anything?
No, I felt it when it popped, but it sounded like it was like, you know how you crack your knuckles?
Yeah.
That's what I felt. I felt like a little snap like that. And the next thing I know, my whole entire body just got ridiculously hot. And
Wow.
I couldn't do nothing. But like I said, it took them 2 surgeries just to find where it burst. And then the third
Wow.
surgery is when they finally was able to put the stent in the coils in. But
Well,
but thank you.
we thank God that you're here with us because that could be off. That could
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's right. I don't want to hold y'all up for forever and ever, but Ms. Yee, I wanted to tell you thank you for everything that you do, and I wanted to ask you if you could check out East Eats in Detroit. It's my cousin's restaurant. It's
East
COVID-19
Eats.
friendly. East Eats.
Okay.
And I sent that to you in your DM. And Charlamagne, Father's Day is coming up. First of all, congratulations on your doctor, Dr. Charlamagne. You're awesome.
Thank you.
I wanted to see if maybe you could send my husband a book for Father's Day. I want to give
Yeah, that's easy. I sent him a few. I sent him Dr. Rita Walker, Unapologetic Guide to Black Mental Health, and I sent him Tamika Mallory, State of Emergency.
Hold on so we can get your info, okay?
Yes, hold on. I'll get your Addy and stuff.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you could hit us up anytime. Now, Yee, we got rumors on the way?
Yes, and Unblock Me will tell you who is asking for Nicki Minaj to please unblock her because she didn't do anything wrong.
Nope, Charlamagne might have ruined that one. But we'll get into it next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Young Miami.
It's time
unity. This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, Young Miami tweeted out, "Can you unblock me on Instagram at Nicki Minaj?" And then she said, "I'm not obsessed, desperate, none of that. For real, I just asked her to unblock me. I ain't do-ish. The F." And she also responded to a user who said she looks delusional. And she said the only thing she's delusional about is D and my money. And that's that. So people don't understand why Nicki has her block on Instagram, but they did bring up in the comments an interview with Young Miami on The Breakfast Club where she was asked about Cardi versus Nicki.
You know, your label mate QC, he said he wouldn't work with Nicki because of the beef with Cardi. So would you work with Nicki?
I just rather stay away from that question. Like, I don't want to get into that. But I am Team Cardi. City Girls is Team Cardi. Cardi support the City Girls.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to ask. We'll just wake up and it's a tweet about the City Girls. Like, she really loves City Girls. She supports the City Girls.
What am I missing with that, though? I mean, Young Miami didn't say anything bad about Nicki. She just said she'd rather stay away from the question. And then she's Team Cardi.
She said Team Cardi.
I don't see.
When you asked
I don't know if that was
any.
Yeah. She tried to avoid answering that, but she did want to make sure that people know that they are Team Cardi, and Cardi had done the song "Twerk" with them, so around that time. So I'm sure she felt away because they know each other personally. And in the second half of the video, by the way, they do show an interest in working with Nicki, and so they do want to work with Nicki Minaj.
She did on Breakfast Club. She said that. Why we ain't play that part then? Let's add some context to the situation.
Yeah, she has said that. So
yeah, because people don't hear that side. I only seen the clip walk around with the Charlamagne asking about that side. They should have played the other clip too.
You should have played the other clip too, because my thing is, you know, even if they did have an issue, folks can't evolve. Folks can't change their mind. They're both mothers. She probably see the world different. She probably like, why the
she
hell
didn't
we
say
got
anything
petty
disrespectful.
beef? I didn't hear her say nothing disrespectful about
Nah, not at
she
all.
was up here.
I didn't think so. And then the Neighborhood Talk posted it and said, "Y'all give Young Miami a break. It was the label pressure." Now her Young Miami responded, "No, not at all. I said I'd rather stay away from the question.
That's
Cardi
what she
gave
said.
us one of our biggest songs and supported me through everything I went through. When everybody told me I couldn't do it, she was in my ear telling me I can, and I'll forever love her for that. It's nothing personal. That's it, and that's all."
That's what I took from it. And I mean, the fact that she said I'm gonna stay away from that question lets me know she did not want to disrespect Nicki Minaj in any way, shape, or form. I even have it come off like she was disrespecting Nicki in any way, shape, or form.
Now, Nicki, in the meantime, went live and she had to respond to rumors. And Azealia Banks really hyped this up, that she was addicted to cocaine and that because she was sniffling while she was on live. And here is what Nicki Minaj had to say about that rumor.
That's just never been my drug of choice. I do take Allegra every day, and also I have to take Allegra now sometimes twice a day. Yes, I've said lyrics like, "Keep the snow white, I could buy it by the bundle." I'm talking about weight. In fact, I've only ever even seen coke in bricks. Since y'all want to know my drugs and all of that, just listen to my music. Popping them things to go up and smoking Los Angeles bud. I say like that because that's what the I'm actually doing.
Yeah, it's been a crazy season as far as allergies, because I don't have allergies, but I've been stuffed up crazy, which is crazy. And Nicki's right. Nicki ran with a lot of people that push major weight, so she would know it.
Boy, you a snitch.
She said it.
She didn't. All she said was she only saw cocaine and bricks. That could have been in movies.
You're right.
You
You're
are a rat.
Well, she rapped about it before. She has.
It's entertainment. Listen, Nicki,
you're right.
Nicki ran with all the drug dealers.
You're right. It's entertainment. Let me shut up. Shout out to Nicki.
Too late. Both of
All
y'all.
right, well, anyway, the whole point is she's not sniffing cocaine.
You an eyewitness.
Allegedly.
All right, now Romeo and Bow Wow in the meantime, are y'all here for this Romeo versus
No.
with Bow Wow?
No.
Now, Romeo was on Fox Soul on his show, The Mix, and said this.
If Bow Wow do a goddamn battle and it's not with me, don't do it. I'm just saying. So if Bow do a battle, I'm open for it.
Listen, I love Romeo, and I love everything the Millers stand for. Salute to my guy Romeo. But Romeo cannot see Bow Wow in no musical verses at all.
They don't have
Y'all
40
gonna stop
songs
acting
between
like Bow Wow don't got some slaps.
Yeah, they don't
Now,
have
Bow
40
Wow
songs
responded,
between them.
"You sure you want this smoke? I see you calling me out. You sure this is what you want to do?" And he put hashtag verses.
I don't care
Now,
how y'all feel
Romeo-
about Shad Moss, but y'all ain't gonna disrespect Bow Wow. Bow Wow got slaps, okay?
Now, Romeo replied in his Instagram story regarding this versus talk. I've gave this man Bow, aka at Shad Moss, his roses since we was kids, and even reached out myself multiple times to celebrate him and our era together in a creative way. I could put my pride to the side if it means doing something positive and bringing back nostalgia for a dope-ass generation. Now, if you think this is smoke, my brother, we could hit up Logan Paul and get on one of those boxing tickets. You know me in real life, bro. We ain't kids no more. Leave that for the fans. This ain't about the competition for me. This is about showing the impact that two young black kids had on the entire industry. That's the win to inspire the next. It's no limit. You got my number. Hit me.
Drop one of Clues bombs for Big Romeo. Romeo was like, you know what? Let me think this through. I can't beat him in music, but I'll beat that ass in the ring. Go ahead, Romeo. That's what I'm talking about.
But they should do it. Swiss should create a verses where it's not 20 songs. Like it's just 10. Because there's a bunch of artists that do it. Yeah, like verse. Like, because some artists don't have 20 joints.
I don't care if you do. Let me tell you, I don't care if Romeo and Bow Wow do 5, 10, 15, 20. Romeo is not seeing Bow Wow's musical catalog, okay? That's just what it is. Y'all gonna stop playing with Bow Wow like he didn't write Let Me Hold You, okay? Or Fresh As I'm Is, all right? Or Bounce With Me.
Did he write it? Do you know if he really wrote it?
It don't matter. He performed it, goddammit, all right?
Right. Shout out to Bow Weezy.
All right. Now, in some TV news, Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert have a new reality show. We Got Love, Iman and Tiana. That's going to premiere on E! It's a documentary reality show, specifically how they balance multiple ventures.
Nice. Black love. Love to see it.
Yeah, Lil Junie going to be the star of that show if she's on it.
Yeah, she already the star on social media, seeing her dances and everything. And Blackish is going to be ending with season 8 on NBC. So they have announced the 8th and final season renewal for Blackish. End of an era for that.
Yeah, I saw they canceled Mixtures too after 2 seasons.
Wow.
Yes. So, yeah, that's not coming back either. In other news, For Life has been canceled by ABC after 2 seasons, but they're going to shop that show now. So I saw 50 Cent posted, I'll tell you where you can tune in to see For Life shortly. Check out my new show, Family Affair, on ABC coming soon. So, yes. All right. And that is your rumor report.
All right, thank you, Missy. And shout out to Anthony Anderson. When I caught my flat tire the other day, he called me and was like, you need help, bro? I'm like, bro, you're in LA. How you going to help me?
What's he going to do? Yeah.
he said, righty tighty, lefty loosey. I said, man, duh.
Flattish.
So I figured that out already. All right. We got front page news next. What we talking about?
Yes, and the New York City Pride organizers are banning the NYPD from their events, from the parade. So we'll tell you about that.
You could do that?
They did.
All right, we'll get into that next. And don't forget, Chris Rock will be joining us next hour. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Angela Yee here. And did you know that the General Insurance has been saving people money for nearly 60 years? That's a long time. So if you want the quality coverage you deserve at prices you can afford, check out The General. 800 General or visit thegeneral.com. Some restrictions apply.
WWPR-FM HD1 New York.
An iHeartRadio station.
Let me put a little bit of The Breakfast Club up in your lifestyle. DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God.
Rocking with the best.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Where we starting, Yee?
Man, well, y'all know I've been watching this whole Bill Gates, Melinda Gates divorce and everything that's going on with them. So now there are other reports coming out, and one of them is that Bill Gates had a lengthy affair with an employee at Microsoft, and that woman wanted his wife to know. She wanted changes to her Microsoft job, and she also asked that Melinda Gates read the letter that she wrote. So we don't know if that really happened, but they had a sexual relationship, allegedly, over the years.
I did not know that Bill Gates had hoes. Who knew?
Allegedly.
And couldn't control them. She writing letters.
If Bill Gates can't control his hoes, there's no hope for anybody. All right. I mean, God damn, if a couple $100 billion don't control your hoes, what will?
All right. They also said that he was also seeking relationships, allegedly, with company employees. And, they said there was a thorough investigation. They said they did provide extensive support to the employee who raised a concern that he sought to initiate an intimate relationship with a company employee in the year 2000. And so on his behalf, they're saying that there was people that are, quote, insiders are weighing in on things that they have no idea about. So what they're saying is these stories are false. That situation was over 20 years ago, and the claim of mistreatment of employees is also false, and that the rumors and speculations surrounding Bill Gates' divorce are becoming increasingly absurd.
Absurd.
Yes. Absurd. Yes. Okay. So there you have it.
All right
now, his net worth is, by the way, $144 billion.
$144 billion. A few billion should be able to keep some side chicks quiet, Bill. Lord have mercy. He's probably cheap as hell. That's probably what this is all about. Okay?
Right.
Because there's no way that your side chick should be saying anything. She shouldn't even be living in America.
She like, Valentine's Day? You didn't give me nothing for Valentine's Day? All right. Get this letter together. All right. Organizers of New York City Pride have banned the NYPD from participating in the parade in June and all the related events. And they're trying to reduce their presence on scene. They're saying that their appearance has threatened members of the community. According to a statement that was released Saturday, New York City Pride seeks to create safer spaces for LGBTQIA+, at a time when violence against marginalized groups and trans communities has continued to escalate. The sense of safety that law enforcement is meant to provide can instead be threatening and at times dangerous.
Interesting. I mean, it could work. I mean, I read that they have private security they hired, and they have volunteers that will be, holding things down. The only thing
community leaders.
Yeah. Only thing I'm concerned about is that, the LGBTQ community is targets of hate crimes often. And now that this has been announced to the world that they won't have police security, I feel like folks might try to target, them in this moment. But
also,
they do have
trained,
private security. They do have community leaders, and police will be there, by the way, to control the traffic and other things like that. They're just not going to have that huge, large-scale presence.
But aren't they trained to look for bombs and look for certain things and people carrying certain things? I thought that's what they specifically are trained for.
I would think the city would do that anyway, though, right? I mean, even though they're not working the event, they would still, I would think, try to secure the area to make sure there's nothing crazy going on, right? As far as bomb threats and stuff. I would think so. I don't know.
All right, now more than 80% of gas stations in D.C. are out of gas, as well as 58% in North Carolina, 48% in South Carolina. Even though the Colonial Pipeline is up and running after being shut down for 6 days, some gas stations are still struggling with shortages. That fuel pipeline is the largest in the U.S. And after those cyber attacks shut it down with ransomware, now they are back open. But it does take a while for all the fuel to get back through and for it to be transported. And while they have made substantial progress and fuel has begun flowing to most of the markets it serves, they said, it's going to take a little bit of time for that to get back to normal. And some gas stations are still struggling with supply.
Damn.
It flows at just 5 miles per hour. So it could take days or even weeks for that gas and diesel and jet fuel to flow through to most places.
Damn. Where's Daddy Yankee when you need him, Dramos? Where's your guy at, huh? We need some gasolina, bro. What's happening?
That was horrible.
Huh?
Terrible.
That was horrible.
It's a dad joke, what are you going to do?
It was a Daddy Yankee joke.
Oh, my God. Even worse. That one was better than the first one.
No, that was worse.
No, that was better.
That one made me nauseous.
All right. And again, just one more reminder, guys, taxes are due today in most places. So unless you're in, in Texas, there's only a couple of exceptions. That's Texas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana. Those states were hit hard by the storms in February. So those tax deadlines are extended till June 15th. But for everybody else, you got to pay your taxes or at least file for an extension. Do not ignore it. Do not avoid it. Just making sure you guys do that.
I mean, you can ignore the IRS all you want. That don't mean that don't mean they're not gonna come for you. Okay, just because you ignore a problem doesn't mean it will go away. All right, and the IRS is triple that, whatever. Okay, just because you ignore the IRS does not mean that they're gonna go away. Okay,
no, they're definitely not going away until they get what they want.
That's right, and with interest if you don't give it to them on time.
And penalties.
That's right. Play with them if you want to. Play with Ursa if you want to.
Yeah, don't mess with Ursa.
And it's a lot of complications this year. So if you still haven't filed your taxes, just make sure you look and see what you don't have to pay on. Make sure you see what kind of relief you're getting. All kinds of things happening with taxes. Correct. So make sure y'all file properly and correctly. If you got that stimmy, you don't got to pay taxes on stimulus payments. That money is tax-free.
The PPP wasn't no stimmy either. Okay? You going to prison. All right, that fake PPP you got because of that fake LLC, you going to jail. So don't think the PPP was a stimmy, okay?
And your first $10,200 in unemployment benefits will be exempt from federal income tax, just FYI. So you know that too. So make sure you know what provisions are available, if you're eligible for certain exclusions, look all that up.
Make sure you know what exempt
get your
means.
taxes done.
I have a feeling that the people who are doing these PPP scams don't even know what exempt means.
No, probably not. Probably not.
All right, well, that is your front page news.
And also, shout out to Jermaine Cole, J. Cole. He finished up. He had his first game over the weekend. Of course, he plays for the Patriots basketball club. He had 3 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. So,
yeah. J. Cole's had one of the best rollouts for an album that I can remember in a long time, and it's all rooted in things he loves. That's right, music and basketball. That's it. He gave us the interlude, the documentary, the announcement that he's playing ball in the BAL. Slam magazine cover, drops the album fired, and 2 days later he's playing pro ball in the BAL
Africa.
on ESPN. Man,
that is right.
Phenomenal rollout.
All right. When we come back, Chris Rock will be joining us. We'll kick it with Chris Rock, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest on the line, Chris Rock. Good morning.
Yes. What's up?
Well, listen, I'm excited to have you on today because, you know, I'm a huge horror movies are my favorite genre of film. And so you're doing Spiral, right? And so you were a big fan of the whole Saw franchise.
Yes. I love the Saw franchise. I love to see people like boiled in oil and like put in the traps. And like, I think we need more traps.
More traps.
I think we need traps in life. I think we need them in court. I think they'd be a good deterrent.
We need traps. We need traps when a man is cheating. That way, if something happens, we could put his thing in the trap. And then we be like, if you try to put your, that'd be a good one, right, Chris?
Yeah, we need for women cheating too. But,
now, the first 10 minutes of the movie is intense. It's disgusting and intense. So what makes you like scary movies so much? You're from the hood, so you shouldn't want to be scared anymore.
No. Angela knows what I'm talking about. When you're in that theater together, it's not even about a scary movie. It's a scary movie with a bunch of people is like an experience like no other. You know what I mean? Because you all get scared together and you all like, no, don't open that door. Don't open that door.
It's so fun. It's like going on a ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like going on a ride. I love it, man. I love it.
So for most people that don't know, explain what the movie is all about besides being scary. Because it's not just it's a little bit of everything in the movie.
It's a little bit of everything. How do you even explain Saw? Saw, it's like the bloodiest episode of Law and Order you've ever seen, okay? And I'm the cop investigating the crime, hunting down this serial killer, and I'm a serious cop, and at the same time I'm funny, and you know, it's a good ride. Sam Jackson plays my dad in it. And he's Sam. He throws down. You know, he's a method actor, so he insisted on having sex with my mother, which I didn't, which is odd. But I went, she agreed, so we were okay with it.
Now, how's everything been with you with COVID? Because I know at one time when it first started, it was like, look, Chris Rock is serious about this COVID thing. If any interview, he's shooting outside, doesn't want to be inside. He wants, they said you were very serious. So how are you now with COVID? Are you starting to let go a little bit?
I'm vaccinated. They call me 2 shots rock, So, I got my Moderna, and I might even get the Pfizer as a backup.
What about Johnson & Johnson? Would you get the Johnson & Johnson?
Yeah, Johnson & Johnson, the food stamps of vaccine.
It's interesting because now the CDC is saying that if you are vaccinated, right, you can go out with no mask, no social distancing, indoors and outdoors. Are you comfortable with that?
No, you know what? I'm going to carry the mask. I mean, that's like a weird policy because it's like we're on an honor system all of a sudden. Right. There's a lot of people still ain't vaccinated and they still, I don't know what's up with people not wanting to get vaccinated. I don't know what's in there. I don't know what's in Fruit Loops, okay? You know what I mean? I don't know what's in a lot of stuff. And you know how many drugs I've bought at strip club bathrooms? You know what I mean? Like,
how many times you haven't used a condom?
yeah, like, I'm having sex with a girl I met a half an hour ago at Freaknik. I'm not going to take a vaccine. I have done far more dangerous things.
Right, because you recently got a tattoo. You don't know what's in that needle.
I don't know what's in that needle. I don't know, Angela.
Was that your first tattoo?
No. I had a Jerry curl. What the hell was in my head? You think I knew what they were putting in my scalp? And now all of a sudden I'm farm to table. Now,
was that your first tattoo you got?
Yeah, I got a Basquiat crown over here, and then I got a Prince symbol here, and I'm you know, once you start getting them, they're
addictive. But what made you get a tattoo now? Like now?
My daughter, she was like, when I turn 18, I'm getting a tattoo, whether you like it or not.
Damn.
You know, and you can't say, you got a 19-year-old. We got the same, our kids are the same age, and you can't say nothing, right? So the day she was going, she was like, she got scared, and she was like, if you come with me, I won't go crazy. Because she was like, I might get 4 tattoos. I'm like, you're out of your mind. She said, come with me, Daddy, get one too. So we got them together. We kind of got the same one, and it was like a bonding thing. Daddy-daughter tattoo day.
Got you.
So you got 2 at the same time while you were there?
I got 1 and she got 1. So we got, we both got our first tattoo together.
And then you got a second one?
And then you went back.
Yeah, I went back.
Uh-oh.
And then and then me and my daughter went back and got another one. So my daughter Lola
is you and your daughter going to get
Yeah, Lola is my tattoo daughter.
Now, what if she said, I want to get my boyfriend's name tattooed on me?
That would not happen. That is not, that's what I wouldn't pay for it, put it that way. You got to pay for that one yourself.
Now, last time we spoke, you were talking about how you've been going to therapy. So how has that been going, and how have you been changed since then?
How have I been changed? I don't know. You would have to ask the people around me. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I can connect more. I'm more patient. I'm less distracted and jumpy, and I'm just more comfortable in my own skin. I'm more empathetic to others. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I can feel your pain, Angela. I can feel your pain.
You've been doing a lot during this pandemic.
Side of the story, Angela.
How does that affect comedy now? Can you still do comedy because you feel more empathetic?
I'm. You know what it is? It's just the therapy just clears out. All this garbage you've been piling up over the years. So it's not. You don't get less funny. You actually get to a state. You get to that place where you remember why you started this.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Like you DJ Envy and you're great right now, but there's an essence that made you want to be a DJ that sometimes you forget. You know what I mean? That why you got into it. So now, I'm kind of back to that guy.
So it doesn't make you easier, like, we use your cracker drop all day long up here on the radio. So
yes, thank you.
So
thank you very much.
Is it one of those things where you're like, you know what, I'm not going to use cracker because I could be...
No, I'm not that guy. Okay. I'm not... No. Cracker. I'm like...
We got a new drop.
I'm like... Every day. Anybody I talk to, any of my black friends are like, don't let these crackers get you down. I'm every day.
All right, we got more with Chris Rock. When we come back, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Chris Rock.
How was it your first time back on stage, like after being not on stage for a few months, and I saw like you had your notes and everything? Like, what was that experience like? Were you...
It's good. It's where I'm most comfortable, fortunately or unfortunately. I've been I was in the summer, I was going on stage with Dave out in Ohio. You know, so we were doing that thing, and it was just great being out there. You know, everybody's tested. Now the Comedy Cellar just opened up downtown, so I've been messing around there. I did a set with John Mulaney the other night, so I'm trying to get my act together so I can go on tour next year. You know, and really sum up everything that's happened in the last year and a half.
Gotcha.
You know, kind of give like a State of the Union tour.
Gotcha.
You know.
And what are your thoughts on the cancel culture? Like, you know, if you say something wrong, people will try to cancel you immediately. You know, you even see Ellen dealing with it with her workplace. It seems like it drove her crazy where she's like, you know, I'm retiring. You know, so
yeah, I know. It's weird when you're a comedian because, like, when you're a comedian, when the audience doesn't laugh, that we get the message.
Right.
Like, you don't really have to cancel us because we get the message.
Right.
They're not laughing. Our feelings hurt.
Right.
When we do something and people aren't laughing, we get it. I don't understand why people feel the need to go beyond that. You know what I mean? It's honestly, to me, it's a disrespect. It's people disrespecting the audience.
Right.
Like, oh, you think you know more than the audience. The audience knows more than everybody. Right. Okay. You know, but hey, some things don't need to be said. Some people need to be looked out for. I definitely understand that. But not letting comedians work is, you know, what happens is everybody gets safe.
Right.
And when everybody gets safe and nobody tries anything, things get boring.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I see a lot of unfunny comedians. I see unfunny TV shows. I see unfunny award shows. I see unfunny movies because everybody's scared to, like, you know, make a move, you know, and that's not a place to be. You know, we should have the right to fail.
Right.
Because failure is a part of art. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's the ultimate cancel. You know what I mean? But but now, you know, you got a place where people are scared to talk. That's not, you know, especially in America, you're scared to talk. But, you know, that's what people want. You know, got to make adjustments.
Right.
And, you know, let's do it.
But when you're working on material, sometimes it's not there yet, right? And you have to do it in front of an audience to see what their reaction is. When is the last time that people haven't laughed? And
the other night I had a couple that didn't work. I mean, everything you see, especially with my act, I love to talk about things that aren't funny and bringing light to them. You know what I mean? The first time I probably did Crack It probably didn't get laughs for months. You know what I mean?
Room full of white people.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, what's he talking about? You know what I mean? But you got to work through it and you got to figure out the exact wording of things. You know what I mean? And I'm sure people were offended the first time I started doing that, or a lot of the stuff I did, you know, but it takes a while. And, you know, when you see the finished product, here's the thing with comedians, if I can say, don't judge a comedian by what you hear in the club, okay? The club is the gym. The club is the studio. Those are demos, okay? Judge us by our specials. You know? So when you see the Netflix special, when you see the HBO special, that is real work. That is like, okay, I tried this joke. It is refined. But, you know, putting people on blast for stuff they made that they did in the club, you know, that'd be like getting J. Cole's demos and go, yo, this is trash.
Right.
Like, nah, man.
Well, them demos were dope, though. I mean, you know.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you like get the Beyonce demos. This Single Ladies is horrible. It might have been horrible the first time, you know, she was working on it. You know what I mean? Halo might have sucked, you know, week 2.
The Beehive is coming for you, Chris. How
you know what I mean? No. But I'm saying, no, because Beyonce's a perfect example. Like, she really works on the stuff.
Right.
She takes her time on her albums. And if you heard it in the middle, it wouldn't sound as good. Like, you know, like when you like staying in a hotel and they cleaning your room, right? You ever come back early and they not done yet? It looks horrible.
Right.
That's me cleaning my house when I pull everything
you know
out
what I
of
mean?
the
Like,
drawers and everything's all over the floor.
Right. And to properly clean, it has to get dirtier.
Right.
It has to get messier. And to properly make good art, you have to get dirty. It has to get bad. You got to be able to see it from every angle. You got to examine every word. And, you know, hey, if cancel culture helps out, you know, people that are marginalized, that's good. Mm-hmm. That is a great thing. If you're handicapped, if you're trans, if you're, Native American, that's great. If you feel that the fact that people are nervous offending marginalized people is a good thing, okay?
Absolutely.
But anything that stops artists from trying, from reaching, that's not good.
Now, would you do more serious roles? You know, because in the beginning of Spiral, right? I'm not, without giving up everything, I liked who you were right in the beginning. Like, that reminded me of when y'all set things up and you're about to do the robbery. I'm like, that's dope. Like, I like you in that role. Like,
he's been doing a lot of serious roles lately.
You know, as you get older, you know, people, even when you do comedy, you know, life isn't that silly anymore. You know what I mean? Like we got mortgages and kids,
right.
Divorces and like all this stuff going on. So even in your comedy, you kind of want a dramatic undertones under it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like it's I'm too old for Pootie Tang at this point.
Right.
I saw that in theaters.
Yeah, that's not our Tang.
Absolutely. I know you got to go, so just tell them where they can see Spiral. It's out. Tell them where they can see it, where they can download it, where they can watch it.
Hey, Spiral, Chris Rock, Sam Jackson, part of the Saw franchise in theaters. Theaters, okay?
Oh,
not
in theaters.
It's in theaters.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It's in
All right.
theaters. It's time. The CDC said it. You can go out and see Spiral in a theater and get scared and laugh together and be kind. Let's try that for a change.
There you go.
And Chris, with all these firsts that you've been doing, right? Like, you know, getting your first tattoo, is there anything else you're about to do for the first time?
I don't know. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I'm going. I don't know. I'm going to. Did you see that movie, My Friend the Octopus?
No.
Oh, Netflix documentary. You got to see it. Anyway, I'm diving now, and I'm like just diving.
You're bored, man. You have nothing to do. Tattoos, swimming.
Yeah. When your kids go to college, you'll be doing this too.
You got a convertible?
Yeah, I've been had a convertible.
You did shrooms. You did it all.
Yeah, I did ayahuasca. I'm going in.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Chris Rock. We appreciate you for joining us, brother.
Thank you. All right, now.
Yes, morning everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
That's right. Salute to Chris Rock. I wasn't here for the Chris Rock interview, but salute to my guy Chris Rock, man. #1 movie in the country with what is it called? Spiral? Saw Spiral?
Yes, yeah. Spiral. Yes. Spiral. He actually was the one that wanted to do that. He went up to them and was like, "We got to bring back this Saw franchise." Because he was a fan.
And salute to Slaughter Gang too. 21 Savage and his crew. They did the soundtrack, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
And
I didn't get to see the whole movie though. I got to check it out this weekend. It's gruesome. That's all I can say. Gruesome.
Really?
I like a gruesome movie.
Nah, I don't pay people to scare
I just
me.
want to tell you guys on the Breakfast Club, y'all were nominated for an Ambies Award.
What is that?
And they actually that's the podcast awards.
I thought Ambi was the bleach cream that used to bleach your skin back in the day.
What?
Well, it's a newly formed podcast academy. Mm-hmm. And so last night was the Ambies. We did not win, by the way. We were nominated, but we did not win.
Who won?
Just FYI. I think it was Conan O'Brien's podcast.
White privilege. Conan O'Brien. I got to see the numbers on Conan O'Brien's podcast. Does Conan O'Brien do those kind of numbers?
Yeah, nobody talks about no Conan O'Brien podcast.
But listen, the reason I don't be tripping when we don't win those podcast awards is because the Breakfast Club is not really a podcast. We're a radio show, but we put the radio show in podcast form because nowadays you have to meet people where they are. That's just the truth to the matter.
Correct. All right. Well, rumors on the way. What we talking about, Yeezy?
We are going to be talking about the Hall of Fame, and Vanessa Bryant gave her incredible speech honoring Kobe.
Man, that was so sad.
All right, we'll get into that when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Yeah. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Fat Joe.
Listen up.
It's just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, Fat Joe was on Drink Champs, and he was giving flowers to DJ Khaled and even compared him to Quincy Jones. Here's what he said.
So when I make reference to Khaled being the Quincy Jones of hip-hop because he puts it together. Now, there's a million guys putting a bunch of rappers together, and they come together, big guys, and they're not hits. This is my point. Khaled puts out #1 albums, #1 hits. The album is incredible from A to Z. Get a man his credit.
We give Khaled all the credit in the world, Fat Joe. Khaled is a great producer, but he is not the Quincy Jones of hip-hop. Like, come on, man. Quincy Jones produced Thriller, amongst other things, but Thriller?
Not the Quincy Jones. Maybe Thriller? The Quincy Jones of the DJ mixtapes, but not, like you said, not a hip-hop. I mean, he's created Thriller and multiple selling crazy records.
And I would like to say, I think when Khaled gets it right with a record, he really gets it right. Big anthems, all that good stuff. But sometimes Khaled records are more hype than hits.
Well, Fat Joe did go on social media to defend his statement. He said all these backseat drivers, Monday morning quarterbacks, always got an opinion, but can't do it themselves. It's crazy. To me, the term Quincy Jones of this time was used in reference to the work Khaled has put in years and years of hits. Obviously, there's only one Quincy, but F it. Tune in tonight. Explosive. LOL.
Khaled is the first Khaled, and that's enough. Drop on the clues bombs for DJ Khaled.
Yeah, absolutely. Khaled does what he does, but Quincy Jones he's a great. That's like, I guess when people compare like R&B singers to Michael Jackson, there is no other Michael Jackson.
Quincy Jones made Thriller, bro. Thriller. And
all right, now Vanessa Bryant was accepting Kobe's induction into the Basketball Hall of Fame with Michael Jordan at her side, by the way, as part of the class of 2020. And here she is accepting the honor on his behalf and talking about Kobe just looking down and seeing all this happen.
I used to always avoid praising my husband in public because I felt like he got enough praise from his fans. Right now, I'm sure he's laughing in heaven because I'm about to praise him in public for his accomplishments on one of the most public stages. I can see him now, arms folded, with a huge grin saying, "Isn't this some shit?"
Man.
So sad.
Now, Vanessa Bryant also talked about inviting his parents in that conversation.
My husband and I were sitting at our kitchen island, and he and I had a conversation about my mother and father-in-law attending tonight's enshrinement. I invited my mother and father-in-law to tonight's enshrinement to thank them for bringing one of the most amazing human beings into this world. Pam and Joe, thank you for raising Kobe to be exceptional. Thank you to all of Kobe's family. Sharia, you've gone above and beyond. I love you.
I know it's hard to listen to, and I'm sure, so hard for her to get on stage and give this speech. She got very emotional. Of course, she was wishing that Kobe and Gigi were there as well.
I wish my husband was here to accept this incredible award. He and Gigi deserve to be here to witness this. Gigi would be so proud to watch her daddy get enshrined into the Basketball Hall of Fame. I know Kobe's really looking forward to being here. He asked the Hall of Fame to specifically add a 6th ticket for Capri. He was so happy. He didn't really talk about upcoming awards, but he did mention this one a week before he and Gigi passed.
Yeah, I mean, it was very difficult to watch. I just sent healing energy to Vanessa and, their family, because I couldn't imagine how much her life changed in the past year. And all I kept thinking was, man, we got robbed from seeing Kobe Jelly Bean Bryant give his Hall of Fame speech. Because NBA players give the best Hall of Fame speeches, and I know Kobe's would have been one for the books, but God had other plans.
That's right.
And watching all the other players talk about Kobe, you could tell, they were getting choked up. Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, and the like. So it was just, yeah, man. That's just a terrible situation.
All right. Well, that is your rumor report.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
Man, there is a brother in Florida named Elijah Shelton. He needs to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with him this morning.
All right. We'll get to that next, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
With the new Audible Plus plan, audiobooks are just the beginning. With Audible Plus, you can listen all you want to thousands of included Audible originals, popular podcasts, and more. All in one place. Sign up for a 30-day free trial at audible.com/Breakfast Club.
WWPR FM HD1 New York.
An iHeart radio station.
Let me put a little bit of the Breakfast Club up in your lifestyle. DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God.
You all rocking with the best.
Make sure you tell them to watch out for Florida, man.
The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. Yes, you are a donkey.
A Florida man attacked an ATM for a very strange reason. It gave him too much money. Florida man is arrested after deputies say he rigged the door to his home in an attempt to electrocute his pregnant wife. Police arrested an Orlando man for attacking a flamingo.
It's the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Donkey of the day with Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep making me get y'all like this.
Well, Donkey of the Day for Monday, May 17th goes to a 24-year-old Florida man named Elijah Shelton. Now, what does your Uncle Charla always say about the great state of Florida? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and this story just further proves my point. This isn't just my point, though. It's our point. Because we all know the truth. Florida is one of the most beautiful places in the world with some of the most nut-ass people. And if it makes sense in Florida, it probably won't make sense anywhere else except the Bronx. Now, let me tell you about Elijah Shelton. He's in jail right now, charged with robbery, grand theft, and drug possession. See, Elijah Shelton must have watched the classic film Set It Off one too many times. Elijah Shelton decided that whatever Cleo, Frankie, Stoney, and TT could do as a collective, he could do as an individual. So he decided to rob a bank. Now, I'm not the highest grade of weed in the dispensary. In fact, yesterday I hit myself in the head with my bathroom door. Left a little mark. I don't even know how that happened, so I don't even know how my brain is working at this point. I always thought hitting your head in the bathroom would, lead to me coming up with an idea that would change the world. I've had that thought in my head since I heard Dr. Emmett Brown say he slipped and hit his head on the toilet, which caused him to come up with the idea for the flux capacitor. But even my medium stupid ass knows the basics of a bank robbery. Okay, I mean, the whole point is to get in and get out as fast as you can. The getaway is the most important part because that's what you want. You want to get away with the crime. That's why the getaway car is the most important part of the crime to me, okay? You need a fast car, damn near a NASCAR, so you can haul ass after you haul in the cash, correct? Well, sure. That's correct everywhere else but Florida. Okay, this is Florida we talking about. They do things a little different down there. Let's go to WEAR ABC3 for the report, please.
The bank robber took a cab to and from the scene of the crime.
Okay, stop. That was a very important line. The bank robber took a cab to and from the scene of the crime. Start it again.
The bank robber took a cab to and from the scene of the crime. It's a master plan even Sheriff Johnson finds hard to believe. 24-year-old Elijah Shelton is now behind bars for robbing Synovus Bank in Navarre. Sheriff Johnson says the taxi driver had no idea Shelton robbed the bank when he got back in his car. Johnny Bartell is the owner of Johnny on the Spot taxi service. He says Shelton was only inside the bank for about 4 minutes before coming back to the cab. Once deputies saw the security footage, they called Bardell to return to the bank, and he helped point investigators in the right direction. The sheriff says Shelton stole $8,400 from the bank. They're still working to locate the money. Now, Shelton was arrested in Okaloosa County, so he's currently in jail there. He's being held on a $260,000 bond.
Now, I tried to see this from Elijah Shelton's angle. Maybe in his mind, he said, people always cause a scene when they rob a bank. Okay, you don't want to drive through the window of a bank in a Suburban like Cleo did and set it off. That's too much of a scene. If a bank robbery gets reported and then you see a car speeding away somewhere in the vicinity of the bank, that's a red flag to police. So if I'm Elijah, maybe my mindset is call a cab. It's discreet. Slip in and slip out. Nobody will be the wiser. But Elijah, why, oh, why would you call the cab to pick you up from your house? Why would you have the cab drop you back off to your house after robbing the bank? Santa Rosa County Sheriff Bob Johnson said that they apprehended him pretty quickly. You think? I have a theory that some people feel like if they aren't acting like they are committing a crime, they don't think it's a crime. Like in Elijah's mind, he was just making a withdrawal from some money that wasn't his. I actually did something like this when I was young. We had weed with no blunts, and there used to be a local store in my community called the Scotchman, and I went to the Scotchman,
and walked in, grabbed me a 12-pack of Corona, a box of blunts. I don't remember if it was White Owls, Tampa Nuggets, or Phillies, but I grabbed a box of blunts and 12-pack of beer and just walked out. Didn't try to hide it, conceal it, didn't even look at the cashier, just walked in and walked right out. So in my mind, I didn't really commit a crime. I was just in need, and I took, what I needed. Okay, I'm sure this is what Elijah was thinking. You know what? Never mind. Here I go again, trying to get into the mind of a Floridian, trying to make sense of a Floridian. I don't know what Elijah was thinking. Okay, Elijah, you might as well have dropped your location for the police. You might as well have left a business card with your name and address on it. Hell, you might as well have had the cab bring you and have the police pick you up, because all you did was just make a little detour to the house before you off to jail. Now, I know some of y'all might be thinking maybe the cab driver was in on it. Well, listen to the cab driver. His name is Johnny Bartell.
Well, I think he actually intended to rob the bank on Thursday, because he called Thursday and I couldn't get to him. He called back and set an appointment for 9 o'clock Friday morning. He's wearing a turban and a scarf and gloves. And I thought, well, I've seen a couple of weirdos. He didn't act nervous at all. He was just as cool as he could be. He said he just went in and made a deposit.
Clearly the cab driver wasn't in on it, okay? And I know you're trying to understand the why in this situation, and we have to stop looking for the why. It's the what, or should I say the where. One word, 2 or 3 syllables, depending how you pronounce it. Flo-Rida. Please give Elijah Shelton the biggest CR.
You don't want to play a game?
No, I don't want to play a game. Okay? All right.
You don't want to play a game?
I don't want to play a game because I'm not sure what this guy is.
I want to play a game.
He looks a little miscellaneous in the face. Dan, come on. Dan, bring me his picture again, Dan.
I want to play a game.
Wait a minute. Dan, let me see. Check. Oh, you put it on my phone? Let me see. Is it worth a game?
I want to play a game.
I don't know what this is. Do you know what that is, Dan? I don't know what it is. So we can't play the game because I don't know what this.
Man, because I looked it up, right, and it was like if you look up the name.
Oh, so
Elijah,
you cheating?
No, I just looked up Elijah.
He always
says 60%.
cheats. Oh, wow.
No, I don't. 60% white, 4.2% Hispanic, 24% black, 1.8% Asian, and 0.8% Alaskan Native. So
you mean
that's
in the world,
like
the name Elijah? Wow.
The name Elijah.
When I think Elijah, I think the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So wow, that's interesting.
I was gonna go Alaskan Native on this one, but I don't know.
He might be. He looked like a little Eskimo. He looked like a hood Eskimo.
Hood Eskimo.
He does. I'm gonna send you the picture, man. I don't know what race it is. If you know on YouTube, let me know. When we post this on YouTube later, y'all tell us what race this is, because I really don't know. He looked very miscellaneous in the face. He could pass for a number of different things. Cuban, some type of Latino, black. I don't know what this is.
All right. Well, no game today. All right. Thank you for that donkey of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he
you
looks
see
like
him
a little
now?
hood. Yeah, it could be a little hood Eskimo.
A little hood Eskimo, I'm telling you.
He could be a hood Eskimo.
Got graffiti all over his igloo. There's something happening here.
Oh, my goodness. All right. When we come back, we have Coach Jesse and Dr. Amun joining us, right?
Yep.
Yes, from the Detox Now. So this will be interesting information about the vaccine as we're all arguing about what's going on with getting vaccinated. And also we're going to talk about detoxing because a lot of people ask me about this detox, and we'll have some more information and you guys can perhaps join.
Yeah, they have the Detox Now. I usually do that once or twice a year, and just cleans out everything in the body, and I lose a lot of weight doing it. So we'll talk to them next. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got some special guests joining us this morning. From Detox Now, we have Coach Jesse and Dr. Amun.
Hey.
The Detox Now, y'all know that I always swear by this detox. And the reason why I do, and I just want to put this out there, is I've done it, but a lot of people I know personally have done it, and it's helped them. We saw it during Ashanti's verses. She actually did the detox and talked about it during the verses.
Yeah, I think the best evidence is y'all two. Y'all look younger than the last time I seen y'all.
Man, I was going to talk. It's okay if I tap you on the shoulder?
Yeah.
I take that as a compliment. I mean, it's been a rough year, but I guess just trying to live that lifestyle. We had a conversation on the phone when I reached out to you to make sure that you and the family was doing well. And again, it's just a lifestyle. And if you're living right, even with this pandemic and through the pandemic, you find that, you get the benefits, and that's all we can say. We're just trying to keep our head above water, man.
Now, I ask everybody this question, and I want a real honest answer. It's a simple question, but I need an honest answer. How are you?
Well, it's been rough. Honestly, I'm so grateful that we have the community and the lifestyle that we preach. And really, it was an opportunity to say, are you going to practice what you preach in the middle of a real storm, right? Personally, at the top of January 2020, I actually know for certain I contracted COVID-19, coronavirus. But remember, I have pre-existing conditions. Because of all of the fibroid surgeries I had, I have something called immunosuppression. So my immune system is compromised because of it, okay? So not knowing any of this, nothing has been known, I was down for 2 months in terms of severe symptoms. And I'm like, why? Something's really wrong. Then it came out about the virus. And then with everything that erupted with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, and cortisol is a chemical reaction in our bodies,
Absolutely.
right? And when we look at the implications of being Black here in the world and in America, we already walk around in this inflammatory state because we're always in a trauma state, right? But then there are things that take it to what we call skyrocket levels, right?
Escalates it.
And when that happened, now, mind you, I live clean, I eat clean, everything I practice and I preach to my clients, I developed an aneurysm, okay?
Wow.
Today, I'm not going to get emotional. Today is actually 9 months to the day I was diagnosed with a brain aneurysm.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was from the implications of the radical cortisol, the stress trauma on our bodies. Here, we're in quarantine, everything happening with our kids, right? And then on top of that now, because my body had the immunocompromised state because of all of the feet of small intestine that have been cut out of my body from the previous surgeries. Again, this is why we do what we do, educating and empowering women. I didn't know, had I not known this, my life would not have been even saved, first of all, right? So then, make it worse, I remember the day, August 12th, I'm in the hospital, and thank God, I preach, listen to your body. I had what you would consider the worst headache of your life. I woke up that morning, and all I could say is I said a prayer, oh my God. And I had an interview that morning, but I said, God, what's going on? And I heard the word aneurysm. And that was like out of nowhere. I emailed my doctor. He said, go to the ER because I have a pre-existing kidney condition that makes me even more at high risk for aneurysms. And sure enough, I remember them walking into this. They said, Mrs. Thompson, they had to put me on the monitor to keep my blood pressure under control so that it wouldn't cause it to rupture. All right. They said, you have a significant aneurysm. And from there, I thought, okay, this is going to be taken care of rapidly because it's an emergent state, right? But here it is. I actually had to deal with medical bias in the hospital where I had to try to convince the neurosurgeon to prioritize my case. They wanted to send me home, come back in 8 days to have this surgery. Now, if I'm Becky, all I have to do is have some little Becky tears and, we're going to fit you in right away. right? And I just said, listen, I will go as soon as you get my pain under control because then we know we can control my blood pressure. And he said, oh, sure, no problem. Days later, my pain level is still level 20. Blood pressure, they've had to come in and give me IV intervention of blood pressure. Now, I knew I had played the movie forward. I said, if I go home and my pain is untreated, right, and my blood pressure cannot be controlled, that thing's going to rupture and nobody can help me at home. I will be dead, right? How many of our people would have gone home? And Dr. Amun, he got COVID too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a story like that. I can't top that story.
Well, how are you, brother?
No, I mean, I was doing great for the whole year. I was basically just going to work with my business, coming home. But I was around certain people that did not take the virus seriously. And I just remember sitting down and having some pineapples and mangoes in front of me. And I was like, I can't smell these things. And then when I started eating them, I was like, I can't even really taste them.
Wow.
And then that night, I had a fever that was like, whoa. When I got the test, came back positive. So I put together a little cocktail.
What was in it?
I had some D3, I had some zinc, I had some selenium, I had some vitamin C, right? And then some of the other supplements that we had. So it was like a nice little concoction I put to myself. So after 10 days, I went back, got retested, came back negative. I waited another 10 days, and then I did the antibody test with the blood. Now, I want that to come back positive.
Right, you want the antibodies.
Because I want the antibodies there, which it did come back positive. So apart from that, I was like, okay, I've had my COVID experience. And what that did, it compelled me to say, get back in these books. I need to start revamping. I need to start reformulating. I need to start restudying, researching. For me, I had a very mild case of it. So I was fortunate. But I wouldn't wish this on somebody who has, who might be suffering with asthma or
and you
other
guys are
health
super
conditions.
healthy. So that's why you're fortunate that, for yourself. Now, let me ask you this. You guys got vaccinated?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so Dr. Amun, you
I
haven't.
did. I just got actually the second dose about 2 weeks ago, a week
Right.
and a half ago.
I thought that goes against everything holistic
Right,
doctors.
that's what I'm saying. This is a very important
the thing
conversation.
is that when you say holistic, right? I think what people have to understand is that we still have science that we have to deal with. Okay, so if there was a plant or a herb that is out there to prevent or to substitute a vaccination or eliminate COVID, then hey,
Make you
please
immune.
inform me because I don't know about it and I'm a herbalist. So I have to be real. Now, even the concoction that I made, I shared that with friends and family, even my neighbor, and they were calling me, Dr. Amo, man, that worked. Wow, man, you saved my life. I had hundreds of calls because that went around. Now, I could take that and say, hey,
Don't get vaccinated.
don't get the vaccine. I got the formula here.
But you
But
can't, yeah.
that wouldn't be the way how science works. You see what I'm saying? Because there's millions of people out there that didn't take my cocktail, and guess what? They recovered from COVID, right? So what we have to do and what we want to do today is just present the misinformation and education about vaccinations, right? About the virus. We're not here to say we're pro-vaccine or anti-vaccine. We're not here to say anything besides we just need to educate ourselves with science, because science and the data is going to eliminate all this misinformation that's out there circling through our community, especially the black community.
All right, we have more with Coach Jesse and Dr. Amun when we come back. You know, from Detox Now, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Coach Jesse and Dr. Amun. Yee.
Well, Dr. Amun, are you getting vaccinated?
I'm not against it. I'm not against it. Seriously. And again, like I'm trying to say to people, and you made a great point, Charlamagne, about holistic and herbalists. And I think people have to understand is like herbs is provided by nature, but it's also backed up by science. You see what I'm saying? You have different types of herbs, different part of the plants. So science is always there. And one of the things that I think we suffer in our black community is the miseducation. Okay?
Absolutely.
We don't get the resources like the STEM schools in our communities. You don't get pamphlets. You don't get the
They're not
encouragement.
targeting our community to
Right.
be leaders in the science world.
And
right?
that's where it's going to, break that distrust. Because should we feel apprehensive? Absolutely. As black
100%.
people, come on. This is the same institution that's killing us. Now you're telling us we got a cure, or we got a solution. So,
But you know what's important also is that we have to be intentional to make sure that fear is not radicalized against us to keep us from making decisions that actually will save our lives. When
And
you
that's where
look
the
at the
science come in.
statistics, the percentage of white people who are getting vaccines, they are getting it at alarming rates compared to our communities.
They're coming to our community.
They're coming to take it from our community.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we have to be, there is a real irresponsibility to me even in the holistic community and the conspiracy theory community, where it's like this is coming out to kill us, and the truth is they're not look at the facts, look at what's happening. Angela, you asked me about getting vaccinated, and the other thing we have to think about is not just Dr. Amun has a wonderful immune system. We're working on helping everybody to stay healthy. But you have to also think about your community, right? I got vaccinated because I had to think, okay, what has the advantage in my body? Is it the vaccine that's going to have it or the virus? And in my scenario, the actual virus is more dangerous to me. So I took it for my daughter, right? I took it for my family.
Yeah, I mean, I got half vaccinated so far. My next shot is next week. But it was a hard decision for me to make also.
Right.
That's
And
why
you know
it
why it
required
is?
for me to do a lot of research.
I really want to go back to that point what you made about the holistic side of it too. You know what's so funny? This is something I'm going to drop about this so-called herbalist, especially in the black community, right? you get them to say, well, where's your data? Where's your proof? Okay, go to the CDC website. Man, that's establishment. I ain't listening to them. Okay. You go on their website and you see a product that they're selling. And they will say, according to the CDC, because it supports what they're selling. So now the CDC is a reliable source. But now you can't cherry pick like that. So if they're not producing clinical data with clinical trials to say, we have taken this amount of people, we have done this for this period of time, this is how science works.
Would you participate in a clinical trial? Because they say there's not enough African Americans also who participate in these trials, understandably.
Understandably, right. Now, one of the things that's going to bridge that gap is getting our generation of children educated in these fields. That when I can look at it and say, well, Charlamagne's daughter's my doctor, or she's a researcher, or she's a scientist, and she's telling me to take the vaccine.
Let's acknowledge the fact that there is a growing number of Black scientists and physicians that are at the table right now.
Right.
But we're not deeply represented.
And that is going to break down the barrier of distrust.
And that is part of the reason why I do trust Coach Jesse and Dr. Amoon when you guys come on the show. And I actually tried my first ever
But
detox.
you trust me? No, I'm only joking.
I did my first ever detox with you guys.
Right.
And it really helped. And then I recommended you to so many other people who have really literally called me. And Coach Jesse knows I always hit her like, look, this person hit me in my DMs. They're having issues with their fibroids, whatever it is. And now I want to make sure we talk about the detox now, because part of making sure that even if you do get infected with something, you can recover from it better because your body is more equipped and prepared.
No question.
And I'm just going to say one last thing. And the whole point of us being here is this. Whether you want to take the side of, I'm not going to get vaccinated, I think my immune system is strong enough to fight it off. Well, there's some information you need to know about that. Do you know that people who are vitamin D deficient suffers 15 times at risk more with catching COVID? People who are zinc deficient, that's 3 to 5 times, even more. So if you're going to take that route of I'm going to rely on my immune system to fight off this virus, then please do the right things. Not just social distancing, wearing a mask, washing your hands, but have a clean lifestyle.
I like to do
Take
both
some
of us.
sea moss.
Do both.
Drink this juice.
Drink this juice.
Right.
Wait.
And you know another thing? I'm glad you mentioned the sea moss because, again, because of lack of scientists and we don't have our labs, there's all of this misinformation about sea moss having 92 minerals and, you know, it's like, come on. I mean, come on. We just got to get down to the science and the data.
It does have about 10 minerals, but it doesn't have 92 minerals.
I mean, there's like over 24. I mean, we had a conversation on the phone about that, right? I think you told me your brother told you had 105. You had a sea moss plus. You know, the body only needs anything between 18 to 23 essential minerals for it to function. So the more ingredients you have in a product, it's the more difficult and complicated for your body to digest it.
Because the detox now has been so beneficial to people, and because my juices are back, Drink Fresh Juice, we're actually teaming up to do a detox together because we know people want to have these juices. And so we are going to be using the ginger apple lemon and the daily green glow as part of this juice detox.
I'm so excited about it because it really makes detoxing easier. It puts together two of the powerhouse detox organs, which are, it really stimulates the digestive system and the liver, right? So the digestive and liver detox, truly you're talking about major impact. And there are studies around juicing, right, which you can get into. But the 4 key things, the reasons people say it eliminates the barriers. The barriers that people say why they can't do a detox or they can't live healthy is because it's difficult, the taste or the time, and then accessibility. And this,
expensive
Angela,
too. People say
right?
affordability.
Right, and affordability. So this is portable, no prep. People hate the fact that they have to do prep.
Right.
So the fact that it's already organic, fresh, pressed, healthy ingredients, healthy and nutritious. It's delicious, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's really delicious.
I like that tagline, health is not the enemy of taste.
That's right. Health is not the enemy of taste. I love that. And it's only 7 days.
There's actually studies done where people have done juice fast and they're not just lost weight, but also they've reaped the benefits of gut flora, what we called good gut bacteria, right? That helps, and that's where all your digestive and your nutrients and your immune system, 80% of your immune system is from the gut. So there's a lot of benefits in that.
Skin, hair,
the skin, the hair, and a lot of it being, antioxidant, anti-microbe, antibacteria, anti-cancer, etc. So there's a lot of benefits doing that. I'm excited about
the
this.
official name, the name is the Detox Now Drink Fresh Juice Fast. Woo!
Yeah, and I'm going to start it. So, and listen, I decided I'm going to do this too. I'm going to pay for 5 people to do it with us.
Yay!
Oh, okay. Where do they sign up?
Oh, it's exclusively at drinkfreshjuice.com and thedetoxnow.com. We're going to do a private club and a member club to actually help people to get it to the end, to actually do it with Angela, and I'm going to be coaching her through to it.
All right, well, I'm excited for us to get started, and I thank you guys for coming up this morning.
Thank you.
know.
Wait, we
What's
have
the
to
website
cheers.
again?
Drink Fresh Juice.
Oh, I finished mine. But cheers.
Cheers,
guys.
What's the website again? Drink Fresh Juice?
Drinkfreshjuice.com and thedetoxnow.com.
And show them the liver supplement. It's in your little box.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what goes with it.
These are
Yes.
there's supplements in here that you take.
Okay. All right. It's Coach Jesse and Dr. Amoon. Thank you very much for coming. It's the Breakfast Club.
Thank you for having us.
Having us.
The Breakfast Club. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
Let's go, Yee.
Come on, Yee. Act like you got
I just
a
go right
segment
into
to
it.
do.
I thought he was going to tease something.
Now he played the
This
intro.
is new. It's
All right.
different.
1,
Okay.
2, 3, go!
Go.
All right, now J. Cole was on Kevin Durant's podcast, and he was talking to co-host Eddie Gonzalez as well, who asked him about his relationship with Drake and Kendrick and how that has evolved. And here's what he said.
I was so competitive early on. You know what I mean? It's almost like working out together. In the NBA in the past, it was like that was unheard of. You know what I mean? Like, why would I work out with this? Like, I'm trying to destroy this. You know what I mean? Like, and that was kind of my mentality. But as I gotten older, I realized that like no one is truly my peer or can relate to what I'm going through in life more than these people right here. And I really genuinely with these dudes. So like I've been trying to, you know, absolutely make an effort like as time goes on to like strip the competition from it. Like y'all are cemented forever. I'm more interested in the relationship because I also see a time when I'm not doing it.
They are all cemented forever. Kendrick, Cole, and Drake they're certified ghosts at this point, right? I mean, 10 years in, we can all say that each and every one of them are legends. Now it's just a matter of how far can they take it. But we do like the competition. The competition is what keeps everybody sharp, and still, right?
Yep.
Now, J. Cole also has gotten a lot of praise following his Basketball African League debut, which was yesterday. He's playing for the Rwanda Patriots, and they did win 83-60 over the Nigeria River Hoopers. And, you know, he had some big NBA dreams. Here's what he had to say.
My sophomore year of college, I had a chance to walk on at St. John's. I missed tryouts my freshman year because I was so brand new to New York. I just got lost in the sauce. And there was a few guys that made it from my freshman class where I was like, oh, I'll with him. But if he made it, I damn sure should have made the team. Like, if I would have went out, I would have made the team, like, in my mind. And I was, at this time, I was, like, blossoming. So I go out my sophomore year, like, yo, I'm not going to miss the boat again. And there was, like, maybe 60 kids at the tryouts. And I was balling.
All right. Well, looks like he's balling now, living out all his dreams.
Yeah, he was 3-3, I think, in 2. So that was his first game. So I'm excited to see what J. Cole does.
All right. Now, we do have a story that's breaking, which I'm watching right now. Olivia Dope. Now, you know, she was on the Joe Budden Network, and she had the podcast with Mandy and with Bridget Kelly. See,
she's a dope DJ, right? Too. She's a DJ. She's really, really dope.
Right. And so now she's done a post, and the post is about 25 minutes long. So I'm trying to watch the whole thing as we're doing this, just because I want to make sure we get this right. But she talks about why she left the show and the sexual harassment that she had to deal with as far as Joe Budden. Here's what she said.
He goes down the line to give everyone their accolades. And then once he gets to me, the scene is edited again because he says, Olivia is unique because I want to Olivia and the fans love her. Those words are edited out. But what's left there is me widening my eyes in shock and embarrassment because after he asked if I was okay and he said he would come back to lighten the mood, I didn't think he would once again reference to wanting to have sex with me. Joe asked if he can give me an on-air hug. My co-host said yes, they insist, and I slowly get up to hug him. Still apprehensive, I give him a hug somewhat of a distance. It's unbeknownst to me until I actually watch back the episode that he was moving his hips while he was hugging me.
Wow, talk about an awkward, awful work environment to have to be a part of. And she goes down and she breaks down a lot of different inappropriate things that happened that was sexual harassment that she was uncomfortable with, that she expressed her discomfort with. And so if you guys have a chance to go to her page, Olivia Dope, and watch the whole thing, she said at the end of it all, she did end up getting an attorney who reached out to his attorney to let them know she would not be returning to the show and the reasons why. And so just really awful that she had to go through something like this. But she said part of her healing process is being able to speak on it and discuss everything. A lot of stuff was edited out of the shows. And she breaks down like minute by minute, each second of the set where they took out certain parts where he was saying things to her about always wanting to have sex with her. She also talks about when she quit the show, how he then, I guess, went on and said on his podcast, anybody he hires, he's going to want to have sex with or something to that effect. And she plays that on that clip. So Olivia Dope, we are sending you, so much strength and healing. I know it's not easy to speak on those types of situations.
Yeah, send love, light, and healing energy to Olivia Dope. I mean, it's a lot going on in some people's life. It's a real state of emergency. And that's the name of Tamika Mallory's book, which is the first book off my book imprint, Black Privilege Publishing. It's available everywhere. You buy books now. Just want to throw that out there. Shameless plug.
Energy too.
Yes, definitely. Send positive energy.
And, I saw that she was saying that she should have done some more research on what it's like to work with this person, but you can't blame yourself when things like, oh, this is what I should have done. This is my fault. It's not your fault. That should not be happening. All right. And that is your rumor report.
All right. Jeesh. All right. Well, Revolt, we'll see you tomorrow. Everybody else, the People's Choice Mix is up next. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
WWPR FM HD1 New York.
An iHeart radio station.
Let me put a little bit of the Breakfast Club up in your lifestyle. DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God.
You are rocking with the best.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, I'm broadcasting out of Cabo. Last week was my wife's anniversary, and her mother passed away. And I had a conversation with her. I didn't want her to remember our 20th anniversary that way. I wanted her to, I know it's a hard time. It's a tough time for her. She's grieving, but I kind of wanted some positivity in her. So I talked her into allowing us to just go out and just let her heal on her own. No kids, no family members, no phone calls. So we're out in Cabos. We're at the Hard Rock the next couple of days. Shout out to everybody at the Hard Rocks. And shout out to Grace, who set this up for me when I called the last minute. She was able to put all this together. So I just wanted to say thank you. Travel Elite Getaway. She put this together. And we're just relaxing, man, just enjoying our time. It's 2 hours earlier here. So it's 7 a.m. now. So shout to everybody out here. I've been running into a lot of people out here, too, actually. A lot of people are here vacationing. So just want to say that. Just reconnecting.
All right. Well, I hope y'all are having an amazing time. 20 years, married, another baby on the way, new chapter.
Yeah. Yes. It's all fun.
And don't be asking the older kids to babysit. That's your responsibility.
No. I got the grandparents for that. Well, I got to ask the kids.
And the grandparents got their own life going on. They don't want to be bothered with you.
They probably like, I'm done.
That's what grandparents is for.
Having to watch these kids now. Come on.
Now, that's what grandparents is for. Watch these babies for me for a little bit. I'll be back. That and nannies. All right. When we come back, positive note, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, shout out to Chris Rock for joining us this morning.
Yes, always entertaining. And that movie Spiral is out right now from the Book of Saw.
Yeah, and it's the #1 movie in the country. I haven't looked to see, what it did at the box office, because I haven't even, seen that stat in a long time. #1 movie at the box office. So,
Right.
But now that theaters are back open, I guess people going. So salute to Chris Rock.
It's nice and gory, too. I love a good gory movie. It's disgusting.
Definitely gory. And also shout to Coach Jesse and Dr. Amun for joining us as well.
That's right. And we are going to be starting this detox. I guess I might as well start today because I haven't had anything to eat yet. So, yeah, let's do it. If y'all want to do it with us, you can just check So I'm about to post it on social media for everybody that's hitting me and asking me how they can join the detox. The detox now and the juice detox we're doing with Drink Fresh Juice.
Yeah, I'll start mine next week after I had all this crazy food out here. So I'll start mine next week.
Hey, listen, man, I got to say a salute
to a man that I love, a man that is always there to give me advice on a number of things, especially radio related.
Say my name.
The Godfather, Elvis Duran. Drop on the clues bombs for Elvis Duran. Today, Elvis Duran is celebrating 25 years of the Elvis Duran morning show. Lord have mercy.
Congratulations.
Wow.
I think they actually all came in the studio and it's their first time seeing each other since the pandemic. For one day only, of course.
Yeah, I mean, and the reason you got to salute that, because, we live in this era where people, love waves, right? Like they love to jump on what's ever hot. But you got to keep in mind that the real success is longevity.
Correct.
Real success is consistency. And Elvis Duran, 25 years on the radio, and Elvis is about 76 years old, and he is still the number one morning show, 18 to 24 in New York City. So
that he is.
Drop on the clues bombs for the Godfather, Elvis Duran. Love that guy, man.
Absolutely. All right, well, leave us on a positive note.
Listen, a leader. Let's talk leadership. A leader takes people where they want to go. A great leader takes people where they don't necessarily want to go, but ought to be.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done? Y'all finished or y'all done? Y'all finished or y'all done? Y'all finished or y'all done?